to you.
Welcome everyone to the Randcast, live from the Randatorium. I bring to you Rockin' Randy, the vocalist. Randy, how's it going today?
How could I hurt you?
Absolutely.
When, darling, I love you.
I could never hurt you. I could never hurt you, Randy.
I could never hurt you. Whoa. Do you know Billy Vera and the Beaters?
I mean, I know of them, but I don't
just
know
know
their
that
work.
song?
Yeah, I don't know their work.
Can't remember. It wasn't Carson. Might have been Leno for a short stint. Billy Vera was the band. He took over, or maybe Letterman, whoever the fuck came in for Letterman took Schaefer's spot.
Sure.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't know that song. Yes, it's the Randcast. Funkier, funner, greasier, wetter,
Fresher,
stinkier.
wetter. Yes.
And thank you. Now, you guys don't even notice, but what separates us from the other podcasts, you just got cultured. You just got schooled. Number one, Billy Vera and the Beaters. Also, when I hit you up with that fresher, funkier, stinkier, wetter, greasier, that is not the Jerky Boys.
Crank Anchors.
Crank Anchors. So you've been schooled. That's where you can get anywhere else. You think Jim Cornette knows who the motherfucking Crank Anchors are? I love Jimmy. I pay homage to Jim, but he don't know what motherfucking Crank Anchors, you know? Or the vocal stylings of myself. That's why they call me Rockin' Randy.
Absolutely.
Or used to anyway, back in the day.
Makes us moist.
Yeah, they used to refer to me as the
Moist Maker.
I started it. It was the golden...
They refer to me. Well, actually, I deem myself the Moist Maker, but then they referred to me.
No. It was the golden voice that
makes
us
you
moist.
Yes, makes us moist.
And my pile driver was called the
Moist Maker. Yes.
Yeah.
I was on the receiving end of a handful of Moist Makers.
Fucking good ass pile driver, right?
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, Patreon. That's why we're doing this, man. Premier Pro Wrestling on Patreon. It supports us. It helps us keep developing talent. Helps us run tapings every week. And what else separates us? And we'll get back to some fucking meat. Yeah. Oh, the potato. We're the only podcast out there that runs weekly content, weekly studio tapings out of our training facility inside our beautiful ring. And right behind us there, so you just get it into your subliminal.
Premier Pro Wrestling in stereo.
Yeah, I'm not real. I don't love the fucking hieroglyphics on that motherfucker, but it is what it is, and I guess you could read it pretty good, you know. Actually, what I really wanted to call our company, and someone go ahead and try to steal it, and I did all the work on it myself. Challenge Pro Wrestling.
Challenge Pro Wrestling. Okay.
Yeah, Challenge Pro. Period is an awesome term for any sporting goods, mostly golf.
Well, if we have a brand change, maybe that'll be our go-to. But for right now, it's Premier Pro Wrestling on Patreon. Also visit us on our official Facebook page and subscribe, like, hit the notification bell on our YouTube channel.
And don't forget Insta. Now, old Big Papa here, the golden voice that made them moist.
Not currently.
The golden voice that made them moist figured out a little bit more about Instagram by myself, and I'm scratching my head going, do you know what, you don't even know what link in bio means? Do you know what it means?
No, I don't know what it means.
You don't know?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, man, I'm a tard. I figured out myself. So I said, what the hell? I was following this one, that one, and the other one. So what you do is you put on the thumbnail of, like, let's say the wrap-up, which the wrap-ups are pretty fucking good. Then what you do is you put the link in bio, so they go right to it and fucking,
Unbelievable.
I didn't invent it. I just discovered it. I'm going, why aren't these young people that fuck with us on more? Why aren't these young people who do Insta and all that shit?
Why? Okay,
why aren't they fucking with us?
Our cameraman Ian right now has a
giant
mole.
Do you feel like exploiting it or no?
He just ripped the sleeve off of his T-shirt
just to
expose it.
Show them.
Show the fans at home exactly what we're dealing with. No, you got to get in here.
It's not even a
smell
mole.
it.
Look at that.
Smell it, Casey. Smell it.
I mean, it looks like I caught that in my muskrat trap last night in my game trap. Shave that shit for Christ's sake. So anyways, also
porn, baby.
Also visit us.
They didn't call it beaver for nothing back in the day.
Also visit us on Pro Wrestling Tees. We have a lot of new shirts. We have one shirt that's Randy's favorite. We kick ass until we smell shit. You can catch that on Pro Wrestling Tees. Speaking of Patreon, Randy, what are we going to be talking about on the Randcast today on Patreon?
Yeah, so this is to wrap up the lead in. Free on YouTube. Don't forget, like, subscribe. I don't know if that's the right fucking order. And hit the notification bell. And now that they got that fixed at old fucking YouTube. What I like to talk about today is my man's podcast, Dutch Mantel. And I'm going to put them over, and maybe someday they'll reciprocate, because I actually believe that British kid, and I don't know his name, I can't remember his name, he does WSI, I think it's Wrestling Shoot interviews, and he gets these guys and hits them where they ain't, like we do, like Dutch Mantel and Luke Williams, for example. Maybe someday you'll return some love. But I want to talk about something Dutch inadvertently talked about with me and the late, great hot stuff Eddie Gilbert, who if you call yourself a wrestler and you don't know who Eddie Gilbert is, you're not a wrestler. You know? The other thing is you fans who are real fans know who Eddie Gilbert is. You young fans that are Ian's age, which is 20, 21? 20. 21. You might not know Eddie because he passed probably before you were born. Or you were
I believe he passed in 94, 95.
Okay.
Mid-90s.
So you were a fucking baby anyway. But Eddie, man, was a hell of an impactful second-generation wrestler. But it wasn't so much that, it was a personality trait. And I've known Dutch for 34, 35 years. And I've heard, he said this to me on more than one occasion, but he said the same thing about Eddie. And you know how the business always loves to think the worst. Not the business. Haters in the business. And Eddie was about a talented motherfucker. I mean, Google Eddie Gilbert and look at the height and weight of that guy. But look at how much he accomplished back in the day when it was a fucking big man sport. Eddie was a genius who got over and drew money and booked successfully in a lot of territories. But he was even smaller than me back in those days, and I was the smallest one in the locker room unless Eddie Gilbert was around. You know what I mean? So Eddie's accomplished, and we're going to talk about why. And a trait that Eddie and I share kind of scares me. But I'm always constantly soul searching because I know the better I am mentally and emotionally, the better off this company is, the better off this talent is. And that's what we do. That's what we're about, is developing talent and getting talent ready for the next level.
Absolutely.
Another thing I want to talk about is this too. If you appeared on AEW Dark, you have not made it in the industry, and it just goes to show what an indie tard you are. You know, I mean, I don't understand why you would call Barry Horowitz a jobber, but congratulations, you earned it when you get creamed on a YouTube show. Can you tell me? Why is Iron Mike Sharp a jobber, but Anestra, you earned it, brother?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know?
So.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about on the Randcast.
Yeah, we're going to
no holds barred, but I'm not going to I'll bury people that deserve it.
So folks, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button on YouTube. Visit us at Pro Wrestling Tees. And if you want to hear stories about Dutch Mantel, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, and AEW, we're going to break that down, AEW Dark. Go ahead and subscribe to our Patreon. Randy, any parting words for the people at home?
Yeah. Hang on one sec. Okay, here we go.
Here's the golden voice that...
Here we go. Shut up, motherfucker.
Terrible.
If I could just hold you again.